Hey y'all, I wanted to kind of show you my process that I've been doing to make these blocks. This is a pattern that I found on Pinterest, and it's foundation paper piecing, meaning you just sew the fabric onto the paper. Now, there's several different ways that you could have gone about this paper pattern. You could have done it on, printed out of your printer, multi. But the thing of it is, with bottom line for me was, you need a lot of these pattern papers, a lot. So, being, budget conscious, I was like, I got to figure out a different solution. So for me, my solution was parchment paper. Cheap dollar store parchment paper. It works super well. And this one was the Family Dollar brand, and it's only 30 square feet. And then we have this thing called an Ollie's. I don't know where the tag is on this one. Anyway, so I went to Ollie's and got the same price, but I got 100 square feet. So it doesn't matter. The cheaper, the better, because all you're going to do is lay your paper over your pattern and trace it with a ruler. Do it with a ruler. And it comes out super thin. And you'll just easily be able to tear this off. You can see it's already trying to tear, see? I leave my papers on until I'm ready to sew these blocks down. Now, I'm using leftovers. I'm using crumb blocks. I'm using whatever I can to use up my scrap pile, to use whatever I've got in my arsenal of scraps. I have yardage, a little tiny bit of yardage, but I don't want to use this for that. Plus, it's only going to be for the boyfriend, so, he doesn't care. If it was for a commission or something, then maybe I would give a little bit more into coordinating stuff. I think, and here's another thing I realized after I started doing this, that this pattern, you can do it one, but I think it's supposed to be 4 papers per block, or per unit thingy, because look, it makes a diamond in the middle. So I think you have to do 4. This was the original intended purpose. I really don't care whether that happens or not. I'm just going to play with it and see what I come up with. It'll probably go to this, but I don't know. It is what it is. I don't care, I just, whatever works. So, so once you have this paper piece, you got to turn them over, and you'll sew first between the A1 and A2. These numbers and letters are the most important thing on here. It'll tell you what to do first. And I do them in big old batches. So I'll lay down the first piece with the second piece. Now they say to pin your first piece to your paper so it don't slide everywhere. I'm not a fan of that idea. So I use the generic glue stick. I don't know if y'all have discovered this, but this right here is an amazing item to have in your arsenal of stuff. It's washable. It's going to come out, but it holds the paper where you've got to do it. So, I am all about finding different ways to do this, and that is one of them. Now, so I don't waste a ton of fabric, I took one of these patterns and I cut it apart, glued it to some cardboard, my Dr. Pepper box. And now I have a pattern piece to use so I don't waste a lot of fabric. And I just cut. I have learned, well, because I made a mistake, learned that the rectangle pieces instead of close to the shapes work the best. The reason being is I cut this pattern out so it fits like this. But in reality, you're sewing on the back side of the paper. I mean, you're putting the fabric on the back side of the paper. So all your shapes are going to be mirrored. Once I realized that, and pieces weren't going together as well as they could have gone, instead of destroying this, I just use it like this and make a very big rectangle piece around the said fabric. So that way I can, and I got them all in different bags. So that way, when I do these in batches, that like right here, I do I just do a batch of A1s and A2s, iron it, and what you do is, or the A1, A2 line is, just fold it over, pull it back, and then from that line, the sew line, you measure 1/4 inch with your ruler and lop it off there. And then put the paper back and then open it up. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you some of my process as I go through this. And I just at night, while we're not doing a whole lot, I'll just trace a couple of these out and then bring them over to the machine and, you know, just do them until I run out of papers and go through the process of them. Well, let me show you my setup for my dining room. I found this desk for free, and it was ugly. It was so ugly at the top, on the top. So I put down some contact paper, but you can see there's always a glue stick nearby. This is my machine. This is a Janome, and it's an anniversary edition, and I love this machine. Wonderful, wonderful machine. And I got everything set up so that I can do whatever I need to do. I mean, I have plenty of pins to pin the paper. I just prefer glue. Those are my quilting safety pins. So, anyway, and this is going to change because this is one of those cheapo ones from like AliExpress or something. I saw somebody put their cones into a mason jar, and I really like that idea. So, anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.